Yo quiero hacerte tantas cosas sin enamorar.
Damn beauty blender. And you want to stay away from your large pores because this primer, instead of helping hide them, can tend to make your face and foundation application seem more cakey, and that's something we want to avoid. But what I do love about this primer from MAC is that please excuse my voice, is that it's really good for people with oily skin. And if you're going out for an all-nighter and you know that your makeup doesn't tend to set very well, then this is one of the first steps that you want to follow with priming your face. Now, after priming my face, since I have really oily skin, what I like to do is either take my e.l.f. translucent powder, which I do not have with me right now, or my Ben Nye luxury powder, which you know that this, guys, is the bomb if you want to set your makeup. And if you're of olive to deeper skin tone like me, it's really good. And you know, I've recently purchased these cotton I don't know what to call them, cotton pads, I would say, from eBay, and these are about 100 pieces for only $1.99 or $2.99 and free shipping, and I got it in less than a week. So guys, instead of spending multiple dollars in the 99-cent store for cotton balls, I recommend getting it off eBay for 100 pieces for less than $2.99 and free shipping. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take one of these cotton pads because really, you know, tough and structured. I think they're called Valve, but since everything else is in Asian, I'm not sure. So what I'm gonna do is take my little Ben Nye powder, and as you can see, just drop a little bit so that I could dip my beauty blender in there. And what I'm going to do is take one of my EB005 angled eyeshadow brush and I got this off Amazon. It's a really fluffy brush, as you can see. Please disregard my horrible nails. I have to go and get them done. But what you can see that I'm doing here, and I'll zoom in, sorry, as you can see, my pores are really enlarged here, and I have a lot of old acne spots and stuff like that. So what this powder does, I feel, is create like a blurring effect, and it's like blotting before your foundation. So what I like to do is I like to buff this in my skin before applying, whether BB cream, foundation, powder foundation, whatever the case may be, what I'm going to use for coverage. I just like to prep this beforehand because, like I said, my skin is just really oily, whether I apply moisturizer beforehand, primer, and just all of these. See, just the rest. You see, it's a little more photo blurred, I feel, and I just really like to pack that in because the areas around my nose are really big. Because as a child, or as a teenager I should say, you should never pop your pimples, and if you are, go to either Dr. Pimple Popper, which I don't know who she is, but I'm giving you free promotion because I just watch her ghastly videos of being like popping those nasty pimples and cysts. But anywho, yeah. So it's not sanitary to pop your own pimples, and if you are, please be precautionary. Watch a YouTube video of how to pop a pimple sanitary wise. But anywho, continuing with getting ready. So I'm just going to do a very simple makeup look today, you guys. I'm going to be using the Cover FX. It's not BB cream mattifying anti-blemish treatment, and it's in gel format, and it's perfect for anyone who has problematic skin, acne prone skin like myself, or oily skin. Does anyone with combination skin? I recommend this because I was literally about to buy like I think a Tarte kind of BB cream or clay foundation, and when I went to speak to a Sephora associate, and as you can see, just buffed this in, but when I went to speak to a Sephora associate, they recommended me not to get a Tarte foundation because if I had all the problems that I have mentioned to you guys, it would just make it more cakey and not as, you know, appealing to the skin. Instead of covering the spots that you know I want to and spending a whole lot of money trying to cover the things that don't make me feel good, or I would just say the things that everybody would want to cover about themselves when they're wearing makeup, you know, it's not worth spending all that money. And you know what I like to do with my beauty blender while it's damp is just like swipe the product around, because I've noticed that if you just stay blotting it, it continues blotting. Okay, casi. Sorry guys, that was my aunt. I will be filming a video doing natural makeup for mature skin and tips and tricks of what you can do for when you want to do your makeup, and maybe you're around the same age group as my aunt, or maybe you want to do makeup for your mom, your sister, your aunt, whatever the case may be. So again, now that I'm done buffing all of this in, and I'm gonna just create a little zoom in of how the foundation looks after being applied. So you can see, you can still see like the acne scars and stuff, but this again is just one layer, and it is BB cream gel. But I love this. I feel like if you're just going to work, going to school, and you don't want to wear something like foundation or heavy, I feel like this is a good formula for anyone who's looking. The only thing, it is a little bit pricey. It's about $40 retail, but again, I've had this for about 3 years now, and I think it's absolutely worth it. So what I'm gonna do again now is take that same bentonite powder with my Real Techniques sponge, and I'm just going to pat that in again, the same spot. I feel like my BB cream will crease, and this is the same thing I do with my foundation, or where I feel like my pores will be more noticeable. Just buff that into the skin. Okay. So while that's settling in, since we're not doing something very flashy, I usually prep my skin with this Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade 20 Sandtable, but that's when I'm trying to do more of a dramatic look since it really brightens my under eye. But I'm going to go with my favorite, my absolute favorite concealer from MAC Studio. Color shade in the shade NW, I believe 30 Studio Finish Concealer with SPF 35, which is pretty good, and I absolutely love this concealer. Like, you guys, I use this on my clients, since if you guys didn't know, I'm starting my own Fashion Me styling services with makeup, hair, fashion styling is my main concentration. So if you have an event or somewhere you need to be and you're within the New York metropolitan area, whether it's Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan, I'll travel. Please let me know and I will help you in any kind of way, whether you need something for that night, for a date night out with your girls, with your boyfriend, with your girlfriend, whoever it may be, a wedding, prom, So please make sure to check out www.fashionme.com, and under the tab Book Me, I have been using this app called Booksy, and I am in no way affiliated or sponsored by them, but I do use their app to Fashion Me styling services, so please go ahead and use that. So anyway, going back to what I was saying, I am going to take my angled fluff brush from Amazon, and I'm going to dip it into my MAC Studio Cosmetics, you know the deal, and I'm just going to use that under my under eye while the rest of the Ben Nye powder is baking. This is just something, this is not at all the way that conventionally you're supposed to use your concealer or powder, because it could get cakey, but just because I already know my face and how to get through this process, just for time's sake, because I don't have my charging battery with me for the camera and I want to try to film another video for you guys with my aunt. I'm trying to get through this as soon as possible, so you guys will be seeing me with the same outfit filming another video. So now I'm just going to buff that in. Cover those dark circles right away, and then I get enough sleep. Like, there's no excuse for me to have bags under my eyes, but I do. So again, now what I'm gonna do, I'm going to dip my Real Technique Miracle Sponge into my Ben Nye powder and just press that into my under eye so that it could settle in and won't budge throughout the day. Because if you ever wonder why you want to settle your foundation and set it in, it's because once it starts creating those lines and creases, then it doesn't look effortless. You look sort of washed out, you look like your makeup's not finished, and I don't know, you just have this older looking appearance. So now what I'm just trying to do is look for a brush to wipe off the rest of this makeup. So I'm gonna take this 801 powder brush from and just buff out the rest of that. Setting powder. You could even just spread it on to the rest of your face. But you gotta be very careful that you also don't look like you had this flashback from this translucent powder as well, because although it's translucent, it has this banana shade and you will look like yellow all over. And once you go outside and get the sunlight, then you will really look like just like a bunch of powder. So what I'm going to do next is take my Bella Cosmetics contour palette. You see there's a variety of shades here, and I love using this for myself and my clients. So I think I'm going to take, since we're in fall, I'm going to take like this light shade right here, like a pink gray mauve tone. Now what I like to do is just use the top of my ear as a guideline and use this hollowness in my cheek, and I just start from there. And I just start building and creating like circular motions back and forth towards my head. This is a pretty pigmented contour palette. That's what I love it. Because you're just really to dab a little and product goes a long way. So I'm just going to keep building that. darkest tone, which would be this one right here. Well, not really. I feel like this would be the darkest tone, but that's not what shows off camera. And what I like to do is just take that and brush that along my jawline to make it seem more chiseled. I hate seeing that double neck. Especially that is that techie neck for being on the phone, for being watching TV. And then I like to take that same color and just brush it over my head to give me that just tan, bronzy look. Even if it messes up the hair. Alright. So that's that. Then I'm just gonna take the leftovers from that Ben Nye powder to clean up the rest. And I'm just going to use that same Pinksy 801 powder brush to bring off excess powder. Not looking so dead no more. And then what we're going to do is apply some mascara. And I'm going to zoom in for this. Okay. I'm going to use a mirror. The reversal thing. I love this mascara, as you can see right away. Oops, today is horrible, you guys, for filming. I don't know what's going on with my camera, but it's really just not working or cooperating with me. So I apologize for that. If you constantly see that there are like broken up scenes within the film itself. I just really wanted to try to film 2 videos for you guys today. Oh, and I didn't mention it, but this is the CoverGirl So Lashy Pro Blast Mascara. And I love, Blast Pro Mascara. And I love, 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 love. Even using this on my other clients, they like, when they don't have lashes, they're like, oh, you're gonna have to put falsies on me because it's not gonna work. And then I try it on them and they're mesmerized. So I'm not gonna clean that up until it dries because then it will mess up my BB cream. Next, I'm going to go in with my Kiko matte pencil, which is this size now. I like to form an X on the cuticle. Draw out the rest of the night. Like this line, then I shade parts of my lid. And this again is just like a quick little routine for when you're going to work, school, whatever the case may be that you just want to go. And I'm going to use this Maybelline Divine Wine matte $6.95 matte Divine Wine from Maybelline, and I love this color. Every time I wear this color, I get tons of compliments. So that is all for today, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed my video. I'm so sorry that I have not filmed in a long time, but it's just so many things have been going on with myself in school and just medically. But as long as I'm still here filming for you guys, that's what's important. And I'm also blogging constantly, so if you don't find me on YouTube, you will find that I'm blogging more constantly, and I'm also trying to be more active on Instagram and such. So please make sure to follow me on my social media platforms, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please stay tuned, like, subscribe, share. And I just want to say that I'm ultimately very appreciative of everyone who's been watching, liking, and supporting. So thank you so much, and have a good day, you guys. Take care. Bye now.